Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. My name is Solomon, and it's a pleasure being here today to talk to you about Microsoft Dynamics and especially the product Business Central. Right? We really appreciate the time you are giving us today to attend this webinar and to learn more about Business Central. Some quick housekeeping messages before we begin. Please stay on mute during the session. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat window. We can pick up these questions either post the sessions during the Q&A or there'll be a team that will respond to your questions in the chat window itself. We are recording this session and the recording will be shared with you, also available on the Etisalat website shortly. Excellent. Let's get started with the session. Um, now, I guess the Dynamics 365, right? It's a portfolio of cloud-based intelligent business applications, right? And we will cover more details about the features of Dynamics Business Central, which is very applicable to the SMB segment, and the team will go through this in detail for you. But when we talk about Dynamics and especially cloud, right? Um, why cloud, right? The question of why cloud comes up, and people keep asking why we should move to cloud. Right? Why is this cloud important from a customer's perspective, right? Um, what cloud has done is it has enabled large platform cloud operators, especially the hyperscalers, to get the cost down, right? This is the cost of of the efficiencies that they get over running a number of workloads, large workloads across the globe. This helps to reduce the cost, which means SMBs who look at cost as the primary determining factor for purchase, right? Get the best cost that they are looking for. A cloud allows you to get scalability, which means you can go up or down based on your requirement. It's not a fixed box that you get, and you have to provision for the max capacity. Here, depending on what your need is, you can take exactly what you want, right? Um, a cloud-based product is accessible from anywhere, which means it improves the collaborations across your team. Cloud providers create a number of backups for your data, which means you don't need to have a backup plan. You don't need to have an IT team that's basically taking care of data, right? It's also flexibility, right? It's how you purchase. You can do pay as you go, and different models which you wouldn't get with with other products, right? So flexibility is very important, and every cloud provider focuses very heavily on data and data security. So cloud solution basically brings this to you as a part of the product, especially when you come to Microsoft, right? Now, you would be wondering, why is Etisalat basically talking to you about a Microsoft product, right? And this is why we are here to talk to you about it. Is we have a partnership, right? Etisalat has a partnership with Microsoft to bring the Microsoft cloud products along with the value-added services, okay, and the benefits that only a telco can provide, right, to the Etisalat customers. Right? So it's a partnership between Microsoft and Etisalat to bring the best of the cloud world to the SMB customers. Um, and what does this mean for customers of Etisalat, right? It creates a single partner for you now that can get you your telecom, your networking, as well as your application services. So all of these get put together, and you have a single place now for any issues that you face, right? So you move from upfront payment to a monthly billing cycle. You get the convenience of a single place to go get not only the telecom products, but also the Microsoft products, which is on cloud, reduces the hassle for you, right, of dealing with multiple bills, multiple vendors, which makes the life easier for you as a customer. So, the partnership is built to enable, help, and guide the SMBs with the best products and give them the best of both worlds. Right? I will stop at this point and hand over to my colleague Mary, who's the product manager for Dynamics at Etisalat, to walk you through more in detail about Business Central, and hopefully this can help you, transform your organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Solomon. As discussed by Mr. Solomon, towards how the organizations today are moving towards the cloud. Dynamics 365 is one of the solutions which is available from Microsoft, which is designed especially for the SMB segments today, where the world is moving towards digitalization and the processes getting digitalized. With this application, you will be able to digitalize even your business processes. Now, what is the advantage of going ahead with this application, right? First thing is that it is available on cloud, and it is a GDPR compliant application, which can help your organization in managing your security aspects. Not only that, it also helps you to streamline your business processes and have a holistic view of about your organization. This solution includes major modules within the application itself. Like today, you might be using different applications for different departments, but when you are looking at Dynamics 365 Business Central, it it has an inbuilt solutions or inbuilt modules within it, like finance management. It can be your project management. It can be your sales and service management, or to your manufacturing process, or it might be in terms of the reporting. All in one, in a single application, you will be able to have this, and it can grow along with your business. That means it is much more scalable to start small and to scale as your business grows. The next slide, what you're going to see is a insight about the application. In fact, like as a user, when you log into your system, what is that you first see? You see a dashboard which talks about a lot of things about that particular organization, right? If you're a user and you are particularly managing your purchase orders in your organization, or you're from a procurement department, what is that you predominantly see? Right? The system allows you to give a lot of insights about that particular organization. For example, you could see the biggest sale order was so and so, right? Which gives you an important information about your organization. What are the key activities which is going in your organization, and you get a view about it. The below you could also see there are some of the figures which talks about your sales orders, you talks about your purchase orders, and so on and so forth. And below that you could see some of the tiles which talks about your pending sales orders, which talks about your pending invoices, purchase orders, and so on and so forth. Right? These tiles not only is just for visualization, it is a drill down functionality inbuilt in it, wherein you can get into the nth level of the transaction. Say, for example, if you are going ahead within the purchase order, you will be able to see which are the customers, which are the vendors it is pending with, what is the current status about that particular vendor or a customer, irrespective of how they have been performing, what is their payment terms, what is the current outstanding. All this information you will be able to find it in a single 360-degree view, which you will be seeing it in our demo when we are showing it to you. And this is how you will be able to view your initial login when you log into the application. The system also helps you in having the financial management application. Today, most of the organization have this in their application. With Dynamics 365, it has a more robust financial system inbuilt in it. It is again a GDPR compliant and it is available. The tax component is also incorporated in the application. That means the UAE tax component is inbuilt in it, which will help you out to manage your business transaction as per the current government statutory requirements. Not only that, it also helps you out to handle multiple legal entities in a single system and manage your intercompany transactions as well by consolidating your financial data from multiple companies. It also helps you out in managing your bank reconciliations. Today, most of the organization face challenges in terms of managing their bank reconciliation, but the system allows you that functionality as well. So moving forward, fixed asset management. Today, most of the ERP solutions which are there in the market doesn't offer this as a module in their application. But with Dynamics 365, you will be able to even manage your fixed assets. Now, it allows you to help and manage and support multiple depreciation books and the standard depreciation methodologies as well. It allows you to also manage your assets, which is tangible and non-tangible. Along with that, you can also monitor, maintain, and insure your fixed assets and look at what stage your assets are. It helps you out to reclassify, transfer your fixed assets to a different locations and other stuffs, which will really help in terms of managing your fixed assets across your organizations. Moving forward, this is some of the standard report which is available out of the box in the system, and it gives you a clear visibility about your organization current status. Say, for example, you will also be able to see your trial balances, your income statements, your balance sheets, and other stuff in a single slide itself. This is just a sample of the report, but there are more than 200 plus reports standard available within the system, which any customer can go ahead and utilize those reports to view their organization status. Moving forward into the modules of what we have within Dynamics 365, inventory management is one of the key module which is there in the system, which can help you out to manage your inventory across different warehouses. Not only that, it also helps you out to manage your service inventory as well. That is the non-inventory items and the inventory items. It also helps today, the system is much more capable enough in handling the FIFO, LIFO, and the average methodologies of your inventory management. This solution is also helping many companies in managing their multi-location fulfillment of sales and purchase orders. It also gives you an option to manage your inventory via the serial numbers, the lot numbers, what are the inbound and outbound documents you wanted to track. So all these things can be managed within the system. There's another functionality also. For example, if there are certain items which you want to block it in the inventory and you don't want your sales or your purchase or your productions to use those kinds of items, the system also helps you out in blocking those kinds of inventory from not getting utilized in the system, because the system what we are going to use is fully automated system, or the transaction processes are automated. Moving forward into the next module, that is the procurement process, right? Today, this application Dynamics 365 Business Central helps you out to handle your entire procure to pay cycle within the system. It allows you to manage various workflows and have controls over your procurement budgets. Not only that, it also helps you out in your procurement planning, like what to buy, when to buy, and what is the sources you buy. And it helps in the replenishment predictions, which is very important today in most of the organizations, which they wanted to have a clarity on. The system by default allows this. The vendor performance validation and evaluations becomes very important in the procurement process, and the system is well capable enough in managing that. Like, say, for example, the price comparison, delivery timeline, quality of goods, and so on and so forth. So let's move forward in terms of the sales order. Now, the system also has the sales order management where you can manage your entire customer contact and payment terms within the system. Helps you out to reserve certain inventories within the system based on the sales order and plan your production orders accordingly or your procurement orders accordingly to the sales orders. Not only that, it also helps you out in creating the production orders for the sales orders. This is one of the slide where you can go ahead and see the sample of your tax invoice, wherein we can also insert your logos, your company informations like other contact informations and other stuffs. Not only that, but it also helps you out in auto-populating your VAT calculations, which very clearly defines here with the system automatically calculates and helps you out to publish that in the application so that you no need to manually do anything in terms of the tax calculation. The items and other stuffs can be auto-populated based on the sales orders, or if you wanted to edit certain things, the system also allows you. It all depends upon the roles and responsibilities, what you have given to that particular user to go ahead and add or remove the things. But tax calculations, the total tax amounts, the total invoice values cannot be changed because it will auto-populate and help customers to have a non-intervention invoices to go to your customers or to your vendors. Moving forward, the warehouse management. So this Dynamics 365 Business Central also has a model called warehouse management, which is one of the advanced features in most of the organizations where they wanted to manage different warehouses in managing their different inventories as well, right? So in that scenario, Dynamics 365 helps in managing your inventory based on multiple locations. Not only that, but it also helps you out in managing your bin level warehouse or inventory management as well. And this helps also in uh, centralized or location-wise picking list, which you can plan and disperse to your deliveries based on their location of the warehouses, which has been there in that particular region. The cross-docking functionality, what is mentioned here, is one of the very cool feature within the system, which allows you to manage your delivery directly to your or deliver your goods directly to your customers or to your retailers without even holding that stock into your inventory and reducing your time and handling the storage activities within the organization. The system allows you to do that as well. The model also helps you out in supporting the inventory related like counting, adjusting, or reclassifications of items, which will be helpful for any organization to manage their warehouse activities. The next slide, what you're seeing is the production capabilities of Dynamics 365. This is just a flow chart which can give you a high level view like with Dynamics 365 Business Central Premium, which is a higher end version of Business Central Essential. You can have this module also inbuilt in it where it will give you capabilities of managing your entire production planning, that is make to order or stock to order, however you want to manage your business production process, you can manage through this. And this can take you to the entire production planning, your production process based on the direct sales order or on the based on the forecasting of your orders. You can start doing your production planning accordingly within the system itself. This slide talks about the overall dashboard about the organization where most of the management people wanted to see what is happening in their organization in terms of their business performance or their financial current status, which are the companies that which are the customers who are trending, which is the vendors who are pending of a lot of payments and other stuff and so on and so forth, wherein he can have it at a single dashboard, the view about their entire organization at what level or at what stage the organization is heading towards, which can really help them to take quicker decisions in their businesses. Moving on, we still now spoke about the Dynamics 365 Business Central capabilities. Now we are going to see about what the Dynamics 365 helps in connecting with the other applications. Right. Today, most of the applications in the market might help you out with some of the functionalities of the ERP. But with Dynamics 365, the advantage what you get is it helps you out in connecting to the other applications within your organization. Say, for example, it might be your Office 365, or you might be using some Azure activities or Azure IoTs in your organizations, which you might be integrating that with Dynamics 365, or wanting to pull some information from the other applications to Dynamics 365 and have a view or have a record about that. So with this Dynamics 365 Business Central application, you will be able to do that and well collaborate with your colleagues with Microsoft Teams as well. So moving forward, we were talking about the integration part with the other application. This is one of the interesting slide what you would be seeing here, that is the integration with Dynamics 365. You could see the three columns here in terms of one is your normal inbox and you're reading the message about that particular email. And then you can also see the Dynamics Business Central screen popping up here. With the integration with Outlook, what happens is you will be able to view the information about that particular customer when you receive a mail, and you can see the relevant information about this particular customer in Dynamics 365 right in your Outlook, or it will not disturb your flow what you have been working with. That is one of the advantage what you get. And also you can reply to this particular customer right from your Outlook, telling that what is pending or what is the request he has, and you can answer them on the go. You no need to switch to multiple applications to answer the particular customer, because today that is what happening in most of the organization, right? They switch into multiple applications to get one information and the response to the customer gets delayed. So moving forward, the next important and a very cool feature about Outlook integration is the sales statement or your financial statements, right? Today, what happens when any customer comes back to us and asks about their sales statement, or your manager comes and asks about your sales statement, or your customer comes and asks about your financial statement, you struggle around to get that financial statement to give it to the customer. But with Dynamics 365 and Outlook integration, you will be able to pull out the reports in a fraction of seconds and share it to your customer and make the customer happy that he is able to view what he is needed from your organization. And your organization, since they are using the application which is automated and a standard application from the market, that is Dynamics 365, you will be able to give this information in the fraction of seconds. Moving forward, this is one of the interesting and a very cool functionality about Dynamics 365. Today, in most of the organization or most of the applications in the market, provide the ERP solution, and they say that it is accessible via Excel and so on and so forth, right? But what is the advantage what you get with Dynamics 365? Today, most of the customers wanted to export in Excel, do certain activities or do certain updates in the Excel and want that back to be there in the system. Most of the applications in the market doesn't provide this, but Dynamics 365 has a default functionality where you can export a certain list of accounts, a certain list of purchase orders, do certain changes on the Excel. And when you import back, what happens is it automatically posts the relevant informations on your application, or you'll be able to see those updates in the system back. So that is one of the greatest advantage what you get when you go ahead with Dynamics 365. Now, this solution, how do I use it? Because it is a cloud-based solution, it is device agnostic, right? When you say device agnostic, it can run on your web, it can run on your laptop, mobile, iOS or Mac. And the look and feel about the product is going to be same across all the screens. And you will have the same feeling in terms of working on your particular applications anywhere you go. Now, as a next step, I would hand it over to Mr. Shivam, who would be actually showing you the product demo, that whatever we have spoken now, the same thing you can also see it in the application as well, the live application. Over to you, Shiva.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I'm Shivam and I'll just take you through the actual product demonstration to give you a look and feel of the actual system. So if you see, this is pretty much the dashboard of Business Central, and these are the some modules that are available in finance. These are the modules under cash management. These are the modules under sales, purchasing, and they have out of the box connectivity of Shopify nowadays. So Business Central is evolving, and it gets connect to multiple sites. So other thing I would like to grab your attention towards is the insights that are basically processed by the AI engine of Business Central. So if you see here, this is a cool feature which shows like the best selling item was Athens desk. Then you have another insights. Let's say your top customer was this particular customer with this particular amount. Then the biggest sales order that happened was for this particular amount. So this is what the advantage you get, like on a higher level, you can when you log into your system, you'll be able to get this insight straight away. Then other things are you see these particular information that shows you sales amount this particular month, your overdue sales invoices, overdue purchase invoices. So if I wanted to know, okay, what are the drill down of this particular thing, I can simply go inside. I can just do a click, and then I can see, okay, these are the detailed level view of my transactions. If I want to go to the transaction level, I can simply drill down further and I can see the exact transaction that took place. So this is how it is, very simple to use. Just click and then you can see the insights. Other things is that the style that Mary talked about in the slides are this shows you how many open sales order you have, your ongoing purchases, and you have unprocessed payments. For example, there are multiple bank statements that you have imported, but those have not been reconciled yet. And then if you want to know like how many outstanding vendor invoices you have, you can always go and check those. Then you have, if any user task is assigned to you, you can always check these particular things. Then as we covered, like it has a feature or functionality of workflows where document will be assigned to you and you have provision to approve those particular documents. That goes right here. Then you have time sheets and the details that you can do. You have Shopify activities that you can track from this window itself. Then the other insight or the dashboard that it gives is, for example, these are my top 10 customer by sales value. I can always check them and I can do my analysis based on that. And if I want to know other charts, for example, this is my sales trend per week. So what is happening? What is my sales amount in 28th week or 29th week? So I can basically check all those sort of dashboard right into my homepage. So now I can see, okay, this is another dashboard where you gonna see a pie chart. You can come to know, okay, Adentum Corporation is the one. You made the largest sale and then trade research and then so on and so forth. Other details you can extract from this window. Then some of the favorite accounts that you have marked, and you can immediately see on top of it the balance that you have in your accounts. So this makes a lot of sense for finance managers to immediately log into the system and gets a bird's eye view. Other trial balances and other reports is also configurable right into your dashboard, and you can get the insights from that. Apart from that, you have a very good features, Power BI, which we might be covering very soon, another session, detailed session about Power BI. That is again comes from Platform that is being offered by Microsoft. So it's a cool feature. It doesn't require much technical skills. People can just build their own reports and then publish it to a Business Central or any third party applications. So this is a holistic view that I wanted to give here. And then let's see some other functionalities. For example, the search functionality. So it's a global search. Whenever you type anything, it's gonna load for you that particular data. For example, I type vendor and then I have vendor list. And let's say these are my vendors. I click on any particular vendor and I get this fact box which gives me about the stats, the quick stats about this particular vendor. Okay, what is the vendor number? What is the outstanding orders, outstanding invoices, total amount in local currencies, payments, refunds, so on and so forth. So these are some tiles that it gives me. Okay, how many written orders so far? How many posted receipts so far? So this gives me a high level view without even going inside to that particular vendor. So this is also a very good feature of Business Central. Then apart from that, we have another good functionality. For example, if you want to share this particular window to your colleague, so there's a feature called as share to teams. Once you click on that, it will take you right away to your Teams channel where you can type in the person, your colleague name or channel or the group name, and immediately it will send that particular link and they'll be able to see that particular page. Then again, there is another very important feature that Mary mentioned, and I would really like to emphasize over here again, is the open in Excel and edit in Excel. So open in Excel, basically, it's like you dump this all data, the list of the vendors right into your Excel. So that I think that's not a great deal. Like 99% of the system might be doing that. But what differs Microsoft Dynamics Business Central, it sets apart from the other ERPs is it has a two-way communication. So when I say two-way communication, this is a pretty much feature that I would like to show. Edit in Excel and how does it work? So basically, if I would like to show you this particular vendor that is 00080, this doesn't have any name, and then we will try to update this vendor right in from the Excel. So when I do edit in Excel, it opens for me this particular window, and there is Excel connector right inside embedded into my Excel sheet. So most of the people are familiar with Excels and they are comfortable. So let's say I just write here test vendor, and I simply go and click publish. So let me change it again and click publish. So once I click on publish, it is updating into the live environment of my Business Central, and it shows me, yeah, your publish is successful. Then another thing I would like to show over here that it is capable of is, let's say these are my payment terms that I wanted to change. So for example, let's say I want to change the payment terms from 10 days to 11 days and I want to publish it. So in this particular case, it gives me an error. So if I go inside and check, okay, what is my error basically? So it shows me, okay, 11 days is not in my master list. So what do? I go back again and I change it to 10 and then publish it. Basically what it is doing, it is first of all updating into the Business Central. Apart from that, it is validating also whether this particular item or the value that you are updating here, does it belong to the master list or not? If not, then it shows you error immediately. So this is really a very cool feature to ensure your data remains consistent. So I updated 10 days, and if I try to publish it again, it will publish and it will show me, okay, the data has been analyzed and synchronized. So let me go back to this particular vendor list. Let me go back again into vendor, and let me show you the updates that we have made. So if you remember, it was blank at that point of time. So now it is test vendor. So this is really a great functionality when it comes to Dynamics Business Central. The other things I would like to show you is, let's say, the item master capability of Business Central. So when I go into this item master, okay, I have sort of ascending or descending order basically to make the list. So let's say I go to this particular item, let's say Amsterdam lamp. So these are the features that I get. I can define whether this particular item is an inventory item or non-inventory item or a service item. And you get a fact box right on your right side where you can import the actual picture of this particular item or product. Then you have other item attributes like colors, depth, height, material descriptions. Then you have other features. For example, the inventory, you want to see this particular item uh, in other location, what is my count at this particular time. So you can see, because it's on cloud, it gives you the live data across the system. Other thing is stock warnings. Okay, the stock warning basically tells you it is by default yes. So whenever you're going basically your stock is out, it will give you immediately warning, okay, that you don't have this particular stock. So then you have costing features, you have pricing functionalities, you have other replenishment things, you have forecasting of this particular inventory. So there are pretty much really good features when it comes to inventory management of Dynamics 365. So yeah, I think this is what I wanted to cover today, just to give a holistic high level view of the product and look and feel. Uh, I think I'll just hand over back to Mary to take you towards the licensing part, and then we'll have a question and answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. And if you need a further demo on the product, probably you can reach out to us. We will be happy to assist you with the actual demo about the product in person. So moving forward, since you have seen the product, you have heard what we said. It is very important that you also know about what are the licensing structure about Dynamics 365. If you could see or remember the conversation what I had with you in my previous slides, there were two products, which is Essential and Premium, right? So you could see in the Essential, there are most of the things which has been covered, what we discussed in terms of finance, project management, supply chain, so on and so forth, inventory and other stuffs. So the Premium version comes with all the functionalities about the essentials, and also, as I told, the manufacturing module and the service order management module is available on the Business Central Premium version. So moving forward, we also have team member licenses, which is available on the Dynamics 365 platform, wherein there are some key users who are using the full versions, and there are limited users who are using very few functionalities about the Dynamics 365. You could see the pricing here about the Premium, Essential, and also some of the device licenses where any organization can look in for example, for warehouse management and other stuffs. And team member, as I told, the limited users, or maybe the management people who just wants to view about the organization details. They don't need the actual full users. They just need few limited user licenses, which they can go ahead and deploy in their organization for them to go ahead and utilize or view the application end to end. Now, moving forward, we would like to take up if there are any questions. There is a recap about the Dynamics 365. We can probably share this deck with you, that you can go ahead and look at the videos and the links, what has been published here. Due to the time constraint, let's quickly move on to the Q&A. If you have any questions, we would be happy to answer those questions in this call.
Yeah, so the floor is open for question.
Okay, since we are not seeing any questions on the chat window or on this call, probably thank you very much for joining this session. And we would be happy to see you again, probably once we are introducing our webinars on the Power BI, which might be much more interesting. Thank you.